Okay, everybody, this is going to be my tutorial on Fisherman's rib. I'm using a US 5 3.75 millimeter needle, circular. It's a 24-inch circular. I don't know how long that is in centimeters or millimeters or decameters, or I don't know. They didn't teach me that. I'm old. So, okay, I'll show you how I do. I usually do a long tail cast on for most anything. So I'm going to just do a little sample here, and then we will jump and convert over to my scarf that I've been working on. Oh, maybe I should show you. I tie a slip knot. I just twist that and then put my fingers through the hole where I made the twist, and whichever one's on the bottom, I pull through that hole and tighten it up, and that makes my slip knot. And then you can pull it, and you can pull it, and it tightens up on your knit needle. I don't tighten it too tight, but that's the way I do a long tail cast on. Now, this side is my working yarn, which is coming off the skein of yarn, and this side that's closest to me is my tail. And I just put my fingers in between those two and hold the yarn with my pinky like that. I go under the one on my thumb on the outside, over the one on my finger on the inside, and through that hole, and that's how I cast on. And then I put my fingers back through again, make it like a slingshot, like you used to do that slingshot when you was a kid. Or that where you did the Jacob's ladder with a piece of string. Pretty much the same sort of thing. So you go under the outside of the thumb, over the inside of the index finger, and through the hole that is made from your thumb opening right there. And pull it, tighten it up. So that's a long tail cast on for anybody that's not done it. It's not terribly hard, and just takes some getting used to, and then you can do it without thinking about it. Under the outside of your thumb, let me get over here in the screen. I'm watching the computer and this and everything, and I can't do it. Outside of your thumb, over the one closest to you on the inside index, and through the hole, and tighten it up. So we have 4. To cast on for this fisherman's rib, you need an odd number. So we're going to do, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That should be plenty to show you. Okay. The first row is you're just going to work a regular, all you need to know for this is knits and purls, and you're going to knit below, which is not as hard as it sounds. So you're going to knit, excuse me, purl, tighten all that up, knit. It's hard to do when you're behind the camera and the phone. You can't see. Purl. Sorry, I keep running off the screen. Knit, purl, knit, purl. It'll be easier when I get to the second row. I promise it won't be so hard to watch. Purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, and the last stitch is a knit, which is your slip knot. And I use mine. I've always used them, so I know there's a lot of people that don't. Okay. Let me get this up here where you can see. So it's just knits and purls, knits and purls, knits and purls. Your 2 outside stitches are always a knit. Okay. on the right side row. On the wrong side row, they're pearls. So you're going to start out with the pearl. Get my hands where you can see. Is it too fuzzy? Maybe I should adjust this. Let's see if I can fix it where it's a little better for you to see. Maybe that way may be better. Let's try that and see if I'll quit running off the screen here. My keyboard, look how nasty. Does anybody know what I can clean that with without tearing it up? I've tried all kinds of things. I need to clean it terribly, but I don't want to mess it up. Okay, maybe that'll be better. Now, you're going to purl your first stitch, and this is the wrong side row, but every row from now on will be the same. You're going to purl, and then right here, where you would normally knit this way, you're not going to knit that way. You're going to stick it right there in that V below that stitch, and you're going to pull up. Can you see? Did I run off the screen again? Below, a stitch below. And you're going to purl. In the stitch below. Purl. Where do I need to hold my hand so you can see me? I don't want it to be fuzzy either though. This hole right here. Not like you would normally knit one, but the stitch below, right through there. Pull your stitch up. Once you get used to doing this, it's not too bad. Purl. Stitch below. The first couple, 2 or 3 rows are the worst with this, and I never could make myself get past the first 2 or 3 rows. I always just threw it down and went, that doesn't look right. That's the hardest part, is on the stitch below, is giving yourself time. Stitch below, purl, put a little more yarn out there, stitch below, and then purl. Now some people knit the last and the first always, and then you would have 2 knits, which is fine. There's no right and wrong for that. It's your preference to how you want the edge to look. Okay, so this is the right side row. So you're going to knit the first stitch as normal. You're going to purl.
I didn't get my heat set right, Mama.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a little while longer.
Okay.
I just turned it to where it's supposed to be. I was about 80 degrees too cold.
Okay.
I'll holler at you.
Knit in the stitch below. Purl. Knit in the stitch below. Purl. Where would be a better thing? Knit in the stitch below. Maybe I just need to watch you on the camera and see if I can do it that way. That's hard. Purl. Make everybody seasick, including myself. Purl. Let me get this one finished and I'll get the big piece and maybe it'll be easier to see then. Knit below, purl, and knit. Okay. You continue that. And that's a Fisherman's rib. So I'm going to get my big piece out here, and that way maybe you can see that better, because that little one I keep wagging my hands around and doing all kinds of craziness. So let's see. This. Where is? Okay. And I just put these on circular needles, and we go from there. And this is the very end of this is all the yarn that's left out of that skein. And then we'll start on the dark again in the third skein, and when that's done, then we'll be finished. So let's see if I can do this and you can see it better with this. Maybe that'll be better. Okay, let's try. Let's move this again, because I keep wanting to come back this way on the desk. And maybe that's my comfort spot to knit right there. So maybe if I just adjust my camera, then you can see anyway. And I won't keep messing up. Okay, maybe that'll be better. Okay. The first one is a knit. My second stitch is a purl. Third one is knit below, purl, knit below, purl. I pull down with my fingers just a little bit and go in. Can you see? Knit below, purl, knit below, purl. And I've just adapted that pulling down on that knit stitch from doing the whole scarf. And if you watch my YouTube channel, you'll see the scarf. It's about 4 foot. So each skein of this, I'm using the Mandela, Line Brand Mandela. Gradient, and this color is Steel Blue. It has 295 yards, and with my gauge, that gives me roughly 2 foot on the scarf. And I did 51 stitches, and it's also with a US 5 3.75 millimeter needle. So we'll go back to below, purl, below, purl. And I'm sorry, I've got one of those old wooden teacher's desk that has the filing cabinet on that side and this side. I found it at the restore, and I asked the lady, I said, how much for that? And she said, $35. And I went, sold, because I've always loved these desks, but they're huge. So, and the top is black, of course, so that probably makes it even harder for you to see some of these, this tutorial and stuff. But I'm trying. Just be patient with me and give me suggestions. I'll be glad to get this done. Of course, I won't get to wear it this winter because we've not had much winter. I don't think we've had an inch of snow at all this year. All year. They say we still could get quite a bit, but I don't know. Maybe I should put the yarn in my other hand, because sometimes it's easier to see. Let's try that. I've never done it this way, so this will be fun, right? In that hole right there. And wrap and pull it through. And then, is that how you purl? I don't knit that way. So I'm trying new things here for you guys. Making a fool out of myself. And below, and through that hole right there. Bring it onto the front. Purl. Shoot. See? I don't knit this way, guys. Purl. Take it to the back. Knit below. I do knit my socks like this with the yarn in my right hand, but it's on the teeny circular needles, and I don't purl, so I've never really taught myself how to purl very well with my yarn in my right hand, but you're seeing it here live in all my chaos. all the wrong things. Let's just do it that way. Below. Purl. Whew, goodness. It's like, okay, let's make a tutorial and make it as hard as we can. All right. We're almost to the end. I'll keep going till I get to the end, so you guys can catch on to my craziness here. And it's very soft. Once you try to learn to loosen up, this is extremely soft and cozy. When I'm working on it and it's cold, then didn't go back there. Then I'll lay this across my lap and it helps keep me warm. But that was just a little short tutorial for you guys. It's not much, but I will try to figure out a better setup for the next whatever I do. I might, there's all kinds of things that I can do. Just give me some ideas of something you might like, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for any comments or construction, or just be civilized. Let's all be civilized. I try to be civilized. Even if you see my video that's coming out Sunday, that wasn't so civilized, and I do apologize. But you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you soon.